What's up, people? It's your man GI here talking about the new release. Bear is available right now on Bandcamp. I'm gonna put a little something in the comment section for y'all to be able to check this out. So y'all come on, pile in here, and we're gonna talk about this project, man. It's my new EP release right now, exclusively on Bandcamp. You can go to my website as well, githeartist.com. You see that down there at the bottom, man. I'm gonna have some guests jumping in here a little bit. Hopefully, some of the producers will get in here, and we'll talk a little bit about the process for creating the project. But yeah, man, y'all hop on in here. Let me get this link to this Bandcamp posted for you guys so you can know where to go to get the project, because I know that's what you want to do with your life. You want to support your boy because y'all are good people like that, right? All right. Anyway, it's important, man, for me as an artist to be able to get the support um with more than just streams, right? So I didn't put this up on streaming sites, and we'll get it more particularly into why that is. But I didn't put this up on the streaming sites, but I do have this available on the Bandcamp. Like I said, that's going to be posted here in the comments. Once you get in here and get into the stream, y'all make sure y'all say what's up, man. Say hello, say where you're checking in from. Um, and let me know that you're here in the comment section. But I do have my first producer in here. We're going to talk a little bit to him about the track that he produced for the project, and then we'll get a little bit more into this. But first, let me just say this before I bring him in here. Thank you to everybody who helped contribute to this, man. This is a long process that I went through trying to get this project together, man. We worked on this for a couple of years. Mostly because it takes me forever to write for whatever reason these days, man. But it worked on this for a couple of years to get this together. If you don't know, the Bear Project is 8 songs, 8 different producers, all of them sampling the same source material, man. So I just wanted to do something real crazy, just kind of on some, I don't even know, man, just some creative, interesting type of tip. And we'll get more into it as we go along. But first and foremost, I do have my man Anthem, producer. He's from Alabama, but he living out in ATL, making all the money with his stuff that he's got going on, man. Placked up, my guy Anthem. Let's get him in here. We're gonna talk to him first and foremost. Anthem, what's good, man?
Yo, what's really good? What's going on?
Man, ain't too much, man. I see my girl T checking in, githeartist.com. She already know what it is. That's where you got to go to get all the GI stuff, man. Githeartist.com, in case you guys didn't know, is the website. You can go there and check out the project. But yeah, man, Anthem, man, I appreciate you jumping in here, man. So let's just talk a little bit about, I don't even know if you even remember making this track, bro. Like, it was
I
so
really
many,
don't.
yeah, I was about to say it was so many years ago, bro. Like you made this track like a long time ago, man. And have you had a chance to go back and listen to it since then and kind of
I did because I listened to the whole project, and my joints towards the end. So I listened to all the other tracks.
yeah.
I was like, damn, they don't sound like they sampled the Kirk Franklin song.
Bro, that's the thing that's crazy about this whole project, man. Is like everybody, like the tracks was so different. You know what I'm saying? You would think, same source material, it's gonna have a bunch of tracks sound the same. Like
Right.
everybody really got busy with some very different vibes on the joint, man. But yours was a track we call Vein. So shout out to my man Dean Priest for coming through with the vocals on that joint,
Yeah.
man.
He sauced
Um,
it up.
yeah, nah, it was really dope what he did on that joint. Like I didn't really give him much direction other than like what the song was about. Like he had heard at the time. I don't know if he's gonna jump on or not. If he's gonna be in the comment section or something. Man, if you hear Dean, man, I'll let your boy, man. I will get you here in backstage and let you come up here and say your piece about it. But he had heard the first verse to it, and then he went and put the hook down, and then I came back and I wrote something else for the second verse to the joint. But I think it turned out pretty well, man. I'm gonna see if I can actually play a little bit of it here for people to be able to hear. I ain't gonna play too much of it, man, because I don't want my stream to get shut down, because I don't know how they be doing that with playing music live.
Content, yeah.
Yeah, but let's see if we can actually play a little bit of the joint here, produced by my man Anthem. Let's get this in here. That's the Bandcamp right there. Let's see if this will actually work. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear this. This is Bear, the song Vein. Yeah. featuring my man Dean Priest.
Once upon a time, I felt I fell in love. Well, it was love, but not quite the way I thought it was. All the emotions that came rushing in when the one you love say she think you better off as friends. Oh yeah, I've been through it. I never knew a way to cope except to pin to it. I never been shot, but this gotta begin to it. A super kick, Shawn Michaels, sweet chin music. Yeah, now I'm the heartbreak kid. Not cause I'm breaking hearts, but the effects of what that heartbreak did. Felt sick to my stomach, my heart rate skipped. How could she be so dang selfish? Got me feeling plain helpless. She say she hurting too, I can't tell it. I sat in shock inside that Waffle House, contemplating walking out. She wanna talk, but really what is there to talk about? For like 2 months, the center serve had me sick. This can't be it.
I bet you thought the song was about you.
That's enough of that. They don't need too much of that, man. But all right, so this probably again one of the first times that you've actually had the opportunity to kind of hear the joint, man. Talk to me a little bit about the process for doing, like, you are a prolific, like, this is one of the reasons I wanted you to do this project with me, because you're prolific at the chop, right? Like, just being able to pick out portions. Like, why, again, I don't even know if you remember, but why did that portion of the track stick out to you, man?
Man, now that I think about it, you know, that song is kind of busy as far as like just a song in general, because they got so many different parts to it and different, but they have a few breaks in there where, you know, you can kind of take from. And like, I take like the Dilla approach to like chopping samples and stuff like that, where like you may take a little piece from like the start of the song and just grab another piece from the other side of the song and kind of put it together and make like a groove and a rhythm or whatever. Because I was listening, I'm like, damn, how can I approach this? Because it's so much, it's so busy and so much stuff going on. So I know I wanted to do something where I had kind of like a vocal stab going, but still like kind of keep it like open enough for you to, you know what I'm saying, to have space to rap and do your thing. Because, you know what I'm saying, you're real lyrical, so you can't have a track that got too much busy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It takes away from what you do, you know. I will say that Dean, he added like an extra element to it that was like kind of bringing it back to the essence of the original song a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But yeah, that was, man, it was a long time. It wasn't that long. It was maybe like 3 years ago. Maybe.
Yeah, probably about 3 years ago. So here's one of the things that I never asked you about the track, but like the guitar choice, right? Like, because it almost had like a country twang to it, like, to me. Like, it felt like a very like country type of twang to the guitar that you put on there. Is that a was that what you were going for, or like what, how did you, I don't even know how you decide to pair that instrumentally with what all was going on in there?
Well, for me, I guess it was one of those type of things where I wanted to make it still have like the live feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time, a guitar player on something like this wouldn't be just doing all these crazy, just, you know, up and down the scale or whatever. Like something just kind of smooth. And again, enough for you like to ride the track. You know what I mean? So for the most part, I just kept it real basic on this, man. Like the chopping the sample kind of leaded the way, and just playing around with that. And keeping it where you can open it bare, for like that.
No, I mean, no, that's the other part I wanted. I'm gonna bring in my man Constantine here, Connie Tripp, man, in the building. What's up, baby, man? Appreciate you jumping in with us, man. Con, I don't know if you guys have ever met before, man, but Con is a audio wizard himself. He's the guy that actually mastered all of this stuff, so he put the mastering on everything, kind of the final touches on everything on the joint. Oh snap! And we got my man AP Sway's in the building. What's up, Sway's in this thing?
Yo, what's up, Ant?
Yeah, what up?
Hey man, but I appreciate y'all jumping in here. But I wanted to get Constantine to weigh in, man, because we're talking about like the production on the joint that Anthem did, and just kind of like the openness that was there in the track. So as you're going in and doing the master, and you're trying to like make my vocals fit in with that, are there any elements of like, because what we didn't have was like the pieces to the track to be able to do all that stuff. Are there any elements to it that was like challenging for you with this track in particular that we just listened to?
Yeah, finding the spacing, really, that was the biggest thing. But once I started EQ and everything, man, it started to fall into place. I had to go through it a few times, basically because I know you're gonna get to the other songs, but once I heard the different sounds of the tracks, because everybody's in their own space, I had to figure out how to make everything fit together. Some things did better than others, but for the most part, I was able to find that space, and thankfully you were able to give me the acapellas and the instrumentals, so that helped a lot.
For sure. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing that you just hit on too, and that I want to go back to is like the simplicity of what you chose to do and keeping it, bare. So like, there's a lot of thematic situations that we're trying to get into with this project, and I appreciate the approach that each different producer took to getting into it. And we're gonna get to your track here in just a minute, Sways, but I did wonder whether or not like the simplicity of it that you took that as approach was like you were. Because I remember when I first hit you up about doing this, I had maybe 2 or 3 tracks already, and I let you hear them, and you was like, "Man, send it to me. I'm gonna do something to it." And I was just wondering, like, did you purposefully try to go simple because of the theme, or that's just kind of like you said, there was so much going on. Like these are the elements that I just really wanted to hit on with the sample and keep it basic like that.
Well, I think part of me just being like a producer for you a long time, I know like what works well for you. You know what I'm saying? So leaving enough space for you to say what you need to say. You know what I'm saying? Because some stuff will go over people's head. When there's a lot of stuff going on, in a record or whatever. So for me, I know what you sound dope on. And I know when to give you the space in a track and not to be doing all this other crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just for you, I know like how to produce for you, you know what I'm saying? Like you and Bobby Sessions record, I would do something different, you know what I mean?
Right.
I add more drops and stuff, but for you, I know you're actually trying to say something for people to catch. So I guess just keeping it, you know what I'm saying, it's simple. And plus the sample, I mean, it's one of them type samples where it's just so much stuff in the actual sample.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just did something I thought you would sound up on in my ears, but at the same time giving you the space to say the stuff that would probably normally go over somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? That you had to rewind it back.
Hey, yeah, like I was telling you, good to know that you know who produced that one. I told G, I said, man, that one feels like a common sample. It felt like Testify almost. Or was it Testify, the other one? I forgot which one.
I think that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Testify that you said we were talking
about. It was another common joint that I made.
Faithful.
That's it. Faithful.
Yep.
Faithful. That's the
one. Now you say that it does kind of have that like where he's telling the story of like,
Yeah.
I
can definitely
DJ Rogers sample right there.
Yeah.
I see you.
Yeah. All right, so we got Sways in the building, man. Anthem, you can hang out with us a little bit longer if you. I know you got to do dad duty and stuff, man.
Nah, she sleep, man. She slumped. I'm on here.
Yeah, this is currently post Father's Day dad hip hop session here. All dads present, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. But yeah, we're gonna get into the very first track on the EP, man. If y'all don't know, y'all listening to the stream right now. Man, we got a couple of producers, the mastering engineer from the EP Bear, your man G.I. just released that on Bandcamp. Go check that out. You can head to the website githeartist.com and check that out. And then we're gonna talk about this here in a minute too. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this in a minute too, man. Y'all gotta know what's up on that. In just a minute, we'll talk a little bit more about that, man. But let's get into the very first song that I put on here, and that is the joint Bear Witness, produced by my man Sway. So let's get into that. Check. Oh, you get me a little bit more in these headphones, bro. Let's try to get through it.
Rap skills. Look, I am back to handle business, but don't. Yeah, it's wicked sways, y'all. And G.I. in the house.
That's the right one right there. My bad, Sways.
Yeah, bro.
Until produced by Sways.
G.I. in the house. Look. Okay, look. Tez used to hip us to the music.
Hold on. Technical difficulties on my end. My bad, y'all. Let me get this refreshed and try to do this again. There we go.
It's wicked sways, y'all. And G.I. in the house to bring the blaze on. Yeah. It's wicked sways, y'all. G.I. in the house. Look. Okay, look. Tez used to hip us to the music. Yeah, man. Joe Clark convinced me to pursue it. Yeah, Elder D was that voice in my corner that helped me to believe that I could do it. And all these years later, man, I'm still flowing. Constructing verses and I'm still towing. That means what I kick's harder, plus more intricate. I can rhymes like hands and gloves. We benefit. That's a Kickstarter. Look, the 00, Vince Carter had a rap tour through your opposition. Watch me oop it off the backboard. I go stupid on the tracks, boy. But my mission is focus, essential and Moses. Stick with me. Saving all my people from the whip. Now until I'm ready to dip, stickly.
I ain't gonna give y'all the whole track for free on the joint, man. That's enough right there. Sways.
Sir.
What's up, man? Hey, man,
What's up,
listen.
man?
Sways actually, I think, was the first producer that sent in a joint for this. Like, he was the very first track that I got from anybody, man. He kicked this all off for me. Sways, man, talk to us a little bit about your process with getting into this chop, because it was a very unique chop for the joint, man. So what was the situation with that?
First off, thank you for the opportunity, man. Happy Father's Day to y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Anthem, man, it's good to see you, my brother. I'm a huge fan. You already know. I didn't know what the hell to do, bro. Like, you sent me this track, and I had no idea, because it's so. I think Anthem said earlier, it's such a busy track.
Yeah,
it's such a big song, and I'm like, and I know you said I'm the first producer to send a joint in, but I didn't know what to do, and it took me a minute. Like, I sat there, I listened to it, and I was like, first thing I was like, I can't let G.I. down. I know I got to cop on this, but I just, I picked what I perceived as like the most common part of the song, and I said, like, I figured a lot of producers were going to use that part. Lo and behold, when I heard the whole project, I was like, I didn't recognize any of the joint.
Yo, that's what Anthem just said. He was like, yo, did they sample the joint? Like, what is this?
Exactly. I know some people went like as far as like adding a bunch of instrumentation to it. I was just super impressed, honestly, and just by everybody's records, and it kind of just excited me about the fact that we can all have the same song and we can all flip it a different way, and that's the beauty of sampling. Like, my thing is sampling. I love sampling. Anthem, I know you love sampling. I know your work really well, and I know you're creating your own samples now. But in this case, it's kind of a beauty in that we can all have the same song. We can do something completely different with it. I just wanted to add a swing to it. I wanted it to sound like really, really like hip hop, maybe like an old school hip hop type of vibe to it, you know? And just a lot of chops, and just, being spontaneous with the chops and drop them here and there. And I was happy with the outcome. I was excited to send it to you. But like I said, when I heard everything else, I was just like, like these guys are incredible, man. It makes me happy to see that there's a lot of artists in not only our city, but in the Southeast that are really coming with it and kind of just killing it, man, for lack of a better term,
Yeah. Nah, man. I listen, man. I think when I got your joint back, it was there were 3 joints on this thing incomplete that I was just like, yo, I would have, like, I'm not a producer, right? But like, I can hear I could hear the anthem chop, right? Like I was like, okay, I can see why somebody went in that direction. There was a couple other ones. I was like, oh, I could see why. There was yours and like 2 other ones. I was like, yo, what in the world made you go that direction, bro? Like it caught me so off guard that when I listened to it, I was like, and it was with it being the first one, I was like, oh yeah, this is finna be dope. I thought I was really only gonna get like maybe 4 different variations, and then when I ended up getting 8, that I was just like completely different. I was like, oh, this is gonna be. But like when yours was the first one, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be a dope situation that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like pat myself on. I don't know that anybody's ever even attempted to do this before. Take one source sample and then just do a whole project with people flipping it in different. I have y'all know y'all hip hop historians to a different level. Do y'all know if anybody did it before?
I can't say that I've heard anything like it.
Yeah.
Yes,
I have, but it's like in a different type vibe of music though. Like it's basically other producers remixing other producers' stuff.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, man, like I said, when I heard your joint, I was like, I think I got something here because it was so different than what I expected to get, but still super dope. I was like, yeah, man, this gonna work. I think we got one here. So I'm gonna flip it over to here to you, Khan, a little bit. Talk about a little bit the process for getting the master done on this joint, man. Like, was there any challenges, anything that like stood out to you with it?
Man, just trying to make sure the bass was stayed clean for the most part. Like I was really happy with how this one turned out. I didn't struggle as much with this one as I thought I would. But when I was bopping to it, I was like, yo, this got that old school boom bap feel to it. And it was like, I kind of felt like that was your pocket. You know what I mean? So, but the master, man, it fell right into place. I was real happy with that one.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I appreciate the creativity that y'all both brought to it, like man. Because like I said, from an instrumentation standpoint, like what you were saying, Anthem, about your joint, I can definitely hear that being performed live. Like I could probably take the sample out of that joint and just throw some instruments together, and it probably would still be a substantial song. You know what I'm saying? With the Sway's joint, like I think it's like you said, it was just the sample was such a like I don't if you took the sample out of that, was there anything left in the song? Like it's an 808 and some drums, right? Like
drums, man.
Yeah. But it's still, like I said, it had that snap that you need for that hip hop feel, man. So I appreciate it. And I it's one of the few songs on there where I think I married being able to tell a little story and then still getting some bars off. Like I didn't really try to do too many bars on the Anthem joint. I was really just in storytelling mode. But I was able to get a few bars off on that Sway's joint, man. So I appreciate the difference that you guys brought to that, man, to make the project come together. Anyway, I don't know if any of y'all got to hop off, man, but if you do, I appreciate it. Y'all can stay on. We're gonna run through some more of these tracks though, and I'd love to get some more feedback. You guys did not get, none of the people on this stream, Khan, you weren't involved in this process at the time, but I did have a listening party for the joint that I had invited the producers to. So you guys, none of you all have had an opportunity to kind of give that feedback in that way, but we did go through like a whole listening party situation with some people. So I appreciate the folks that were able to show up for that. But I do want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that came out of that process. So shout out to the producers who were present, to my man Rod Newman. I don't know if he is tuning into the stream. He was there helping facilitate and do the videotaping for that. We'll release some footage for that coming up here soon. Oh, speaking of videos, before I get too far into that, if y'all saw the promo video for the joint, my man Khan right here is the one that shot and edited that promo video. So props to him for that dope piece of work, man. Got a lot of great feedback off of that, man. So I'll get into some of that stuff later since we pivot into video talk, man. Khan, talk to me a little bit about putting that joint together, man. What was that like for you, from trying to take my crazy whatever and turn it into something that made sense to people?
That was the fun part.
Yeah.
That was the fun part. Like when we talked about it, because initially I was just gonna master the project, and you were kind of hesitant because you were listening to some of the files, and you were like, man, if you don't think it need to be mastered, man, because it's so far out of whack, we don't worry about it. But
yeah,
once we started talking about shooting the promo for it, and I I sat down, I went back through the tracks. I said, man, we gotta do the tracks too. We gotta master this so
Yeah.
this whole project will feel right. But then once we sat down, you told me your idea. I said, okay, how do I capture this? And with the help of my team, my wife, my guy
Yeah.
ROB,
Yeah.
yeah, they came through, man. We were able to get the set put together, and brought the vision to fruition, man. It was great. I enjoyed the whole process.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Rod for coming through, man, and just kind of lending some creative energy on the set. Of course, your wife was there, making sure everything was just laid out the way that it needed to be. Definitely contributed with making sure. And shout out to my girl Angeline for she actually was the one who gave me the idea initially for this, right? Like she was just like, she was at the listening party, and one of her feedback when she was listening to the track, which is the next one we're gonna play here, Stripped Down. When she listened to the track, she was like, oh, I could see, maybe like a club scene where like you had a strip club. And I was like, I don't even like going to strip clubs. That does nothing for me, you know what I'm saying? But but when she gave me the idea, that's when I saw like the visual, and I was like, I think we could work with that. And so like I paired that with the empty room situation. And I think it worked. It worked somehow, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, definitely props to everybody who was able to come together and make that work. But we're going to get into that next joint, Stripped Down here. This one is produced by my man, Izzy, the producer. He might hop on here in a little while. He said he was going to try to slide through. He had easily the most crazy flip, like the joint where it could, because I was like, I don't even, what made you think to do this with the sample? Now it's not an overwhelming part of the track, how it ended up. So also shout out to my man Wisdom Bibbs, who is the singer on this joint. Wisdom mixed this as well, and when Wiz went in there and did the mix, he actually kind of made the sample more like an instrument as opposed to like the lead, as well. Like it was an accompanying piece. And so like when you hear it, you're like, yo, is there even a sample in this joint? I'll point it out to you when it comes in, or after we listen to it for a minute. But here's the joint, Stripped Down, featuring Wisdom Bibbs, produced by Izzy the producer.
Don't feel the same. Go low, can't feel the pain. So low, till it ain't. So low, till it get stripped down, stripped down. Stripped down, stripped down. Yeah. Large pour, a small batch. Hope for a text or a call back. I ain't been stressing and all that. I ain't finna flex, I'ma fall back. I can't play the game, I don't know the rules. I was paperweights trying to hold you down. You can act fly, we both know the truth. I can say you know the pools. Get baptized. Relationships that get capsized. I ain't made to quit, I just act right. Take a sip and get back right. Don't feel the same.
All right. That's enough of that, man. If y'all want to hear more of that, man, y'all go over to the Bandcamp right now, bandcamp.com. The link is in the comment section up here at the top, man. But y'all, man, okay, so Constantine knows the answer to this. Where was the sample in that joint? Did y'all hear it? Anthem Sways?
Nah. That's what I'm talking about. Like, to me, that's incredible. Like,
yeah,
where the hell is the sample? One, and two, like, it just sounds so different from. Yeah, like everybody brought their own flavor. It sounds crazy to me.
Yeah, the sample was the vocal chart.
Okay.
Yeah. When he first sent it to me, I was like, yo, what made you think to do this, bro? Like, why? How? Where in your mind did you say, I'm gonna take this run from this one part where the dude's singing, and I'm gonna just loop that, and that's gonna be the whole sample that I use for the joint? And he put some like distortion and effects on it, and then built instrumentation around that. I was like, yo, what is this? Right. Like I didn't know what to do with the track, bro. I was just like, this is crazy. Like I have no clue where to go with this joint, man. But man, shouts to him for that, man. I think everybody was kind of blown away when I played that at the listening party, because they was just like, what? There's no way this was sampled from this Kirk Franklin. There's no way. And then I played the original sample for everybody, and I was like, I let them hear it like with just the sample playing. They was like, "Yo, that's crazy." So yeah, man, definite props to him. And that's the joint that we used to shoot the promo that we had. So again, props to Khan for helping me pull that whole situation together, and my man again, Wisdom Bibbs, for coming through with the vocals, man. For that joint, I actually wrote and sang that entire hook myself, and then sent it to Wiz and was like, "Now make this sound like somebody who can actually sing." And he went in and did his thing, man. He's just really dope with vocal production, man. So he took my attempt at singing and turned it into something that actually sounds like real vocals. So man, so definite props to him for being able to get that together, man. Y'all have any thoughts about that track? You know, if he was here, I'd let him talk a little bit about his process. But y'all, any thoughts about that joint?
I think that joint low key is it'll sync a lot. If you're trying to sync this, like sync some of the songs, I can hear that joint on like a lot of stuff, like sync. Yeah, and then you probably get away with the sample too, because you don't even know it's in there for real.
Right.
Real talk.
Yeah. And Izzy's really, really heavy on keys.
Yeah.
Like he sent me stuff before, and it's just like he's really nice with the keys too. So I mean, I just think he's incredible. Sure.
Yeah, very dope producer. All these producers, man, from the area, man. What we talk about, man. Everybody is right here in Birmingham. Well, everybody's not from Birmingham. Sways, where are you from originally, bro?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah,
I'm from Birmingham now, though. I've been here.
Nah, you've been in the ham long enough. We claim you, fam.
Yeah, this is my city too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you got a whole beer named after your you and your partners. The Sure Shot situation, man. Y'all got a whole beer in the city, man. I ain't got no beer named after me. So you know, hey, you definitely Birmingham now, man. You cemented in this thing. You know what I'm saying? I know Anthem is out there in ATL right now, but he's from the Birmingham Bessemer area. He's from 205, so you know what it is. But yeah, no, all these producers, man.
Anthem all day. We claiming Anthem all day.
For sure. Yeah,
I claim you guys too, man. They were like,
from
where? You from where?
Yeah, nah, for sure. But yeah, now all the producers who did this, man, are from this area, man. So shout out to the 205 for doing some big things in the music situation, man, and allowing me to do this. Kind of from your standpoint, man, on the mix and mastering type of situation, man. What were your thoughts trying to get this one up and ready to go?
Easy. My goal was to not mess it up. That's my goal always, is to not mess it up. But this one was super easy. The vocals were clean. It wasn't over compressed. The music was open, and it was a really easy master on this. It was really easy.
Yeah, even with the instrumentation that was on there, you know, I think Izzy did a good job of not doing too much with it, right? Like it was just, there was a lot of space in it. When we actually went through a couple of iterations on the joint. Like he sent it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, this is cool, but can you do this?" And then like I sat with that for a minute. And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool too, but I needed to feel a little sexier. Like, can you slow it down?" Like we took the RPM down a little bit, and then he went back and added those that synth over the top of it. And I was like, "Yeah, this is it right here. This has got the feel I need for it." So I appreciate, you know, him being willing, because you know I mean, shoot, Anthem probably know he's the one that's produced the most for me out of any of these producers. He know I'll like be asking for all kind of crazy stuff, or like send me the pieces, and then I try to take the pieces and go do something else with it. Like you know, when I hear beats, man, I'd be wanting to make iterations and stuff, because I'll hear something, but it'll be slightly different than the original idea. I probably drive producers crazy with that. My bad, you know, but it is what it is. I don't know how they do it in the majors. I just know how I hear stuff, bro. So, you know,
they do the same thing, bro.
Yeah. So. But yeah, man, that was Stripped Down, my man Wisdom Bibbs in here, man. If y'all are in here in the comment section, say what's up, man. Holla at your people. If you got questions, man, throw them down there. If you had a chance to listen to it, you know, we definitely want to hear the feedback that y'all got. These are the creators that helped me put this joint together. We've already listened to the joint from Anthem Vein, featuring my man Dean Priest. We listened to Until, produced by my man Sways here. We just got through listening to Stripped Down, featuring Wisdom Bibbs, produced by Izzy, the producer. My man Constantine here, the guy who shot the promo video as well as did all the mastering in here, getting it in. But we are going to go back, and I'm going to talk about, I said I was going to talk about this, man. This is, for those that don't know, I got a little bit of a glare because I have that super bright light hitting me in my face. But this is the book that I have, man. I produced a book of photography, and it's got all the lyrics to the songs in it. This is available on my website, giadaartist.com, and y'all can go check that book out, man. I've got a limited edition of these, man. It's a hardcover book. It's got photography and all the lyrics in the joint, man. So y'all go check that out. It's on the website, giadaartist.com. There's a couple other things, Bear merchandise is on there. I just wanted to do something different with the project, man. Like and it's not up on the streaming sites. It's only available on Bandcamp, all that, man. I just wanted to do something that was a little bit more outside of the box. Shout out to my man Tez Davenport, man, for getting the photography together for this joint, man. So he did all the photography that's in here. And also shout out to my wife for helping me like conceptualize some of the design for the book, man. But I actually did this myself. Like I put this whole design thing together myself, man. But yeah, she helped me conceptualize some of that stuff. Also got a good amount of feedback from Earthling on some things to get this book together, man. So shout out to him as well. Speaking of Earthling, we are going to get into a track produced by Earthling, which is one I started playing earlier, called Bear Witness. So that's the next joint. We're going to play that real quick. Check. Oh, get me a little bit more in these headphones, bro. Let's try to get through it. Look at these rap skills. Look, I am back to handle business, but don't slack a bit. All my sayings like Goku with the dragon fist. I spit dope, the flow is fresh as my fashion sense. Spit hope, soundtracks for the activists. Supreme status, the mic magic's immaculate. Dream status is inception, is savageness. And they don't know the half of it yet. The way they move show their loyalty and lack of respect. I showed love to cats that spoke ill of me. Silly me. This ain't where I come to reply. It made the art iller and had them wondering why. So I'm turning my art to artillery. Those with heart filling me, foes in proximity. Well, even Judas had a seat at the supper. Just cause we eatin', that don't mean that we brothers. I keep my enemies close. All business, ain't no friend of these folk, no bear witness. Yeah. That's a little taste of that one right there, man. Bear Witness, produced by my man Earthling. So I want to say this was like maybe the second or third submission I got for the joint. But this is probably probably the most rapidy rap song I got on. Like I was just kind of rapping on this joint, but it just felt like a rapidy rap song to me. He had a super crazy flip of the joint at the end, though. I didn't play that, but like he went into like a whole different. Let me see if I can fast forward on this mug and just so y'all can hear how he. Oh yeah.
Look, it's
this same song.
Crowded industry. Wonder will they notice me? Got me doubting the potency of my poetry. Allowed to proceed, I can flow a tree. All you gotta do is say yes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play all of it, man. Y'all gotta go listen to it, man. But he did the first joint, and then he flipped it to that second sample at the end, and I was like, that's what blew me away, is that he did two flips to the joint on one track, man. And I was just like, yo, this is, again, when I started getting the tracks back from people, I was like, this is about to be crazy, because none of the beats sound the same, man. They're not in the same pocket. Like there's two tracks on here that sample very similar portions of a song. But then once you get into the beat itself of it, you're like, oh, it's still completely different joint, man. Like y'all blew me away with the joint. I just like, man, I just gotta not mess this up and not say nothing whack when I start rapping on the joint, man, because the beat's crazy. Like I could probably just put out like this as a beat tape and folks would be like, this is amazing. But y'all did y'all thing on that one. Anyway, any thoughts on that joint right there?
This is what made me ask you for the instrumentals and acapellas, because this one was tough, man. The track was so dense. I think he probably added a little compression to it. So I had to literally stretch and pull that track apart almost with the equalization just to get your vocals to sit in there. And I added a little reverb. I think you noticed that. And that reverb with the time that I added to it kind of meshed it well, made it sound like you were on stage performing live with with the sample per se, if you get what I'm saying.
And but I mean, which is crazy because the sample does have so much of like the very like he put like elements in it that made it feel live, like some of the little air things that he think, like it was just, I don't know, man, it was crazy, bro. I was just like, man, this is but hold on, while we're here giving shouts out, man, shout out to my man Inkline from Nerves Baddington, man. He dropped the project today as well, but he actually did all the mixing on the songs except for the one I told you was mixed by Wiz, and one we haven't played yet from my man Akil Pratt. He mixed all the other 6 songs on here, and he just kind of like, so I recorded all of these joints at the crib, like here at the house on this, well, not this microphone, no, on this other microphone I got over here. I recorded all the joints here at the house, and he did a good job of just getting it to a dope level where we could even get it to a master, man. Because when I initially hit him up to do the mix, he wasn't, I was like, I probably ain't gonna get it mastered. So I just had him throw some compression on there just to make it, get some volume maximization, whatever. So I appreciate him for doing all the work. And he came through and made it sound like something from this little in the house, microphone setup where when I initially was like trying to go through it, I was like, man, I'm not gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, it's bare, man. It's gonna be rugged and not the crib, But when I started again, I was like, man, I might have some here though. So I might need to get I really wasn't even gonna get it like mixed for real. I was just gonna like throw it out there. And then as I started getting the tracks done, I was like, okay, it needs to get mixed a little bit. So I sent it to him and he did the mix. And then after I had the listening party, everybody was like, yo, this is dope, bro, man. What you gonna do with this? I was like, man, now I gotta get it mastered, bro. Like, if it's gonna be dope like that, I can't just have it out here looking butt naked. Like, it is bare, but it ain't that. So that's when I sent it to Khan. and he was like, yeah, I could do something with it, but I'd be more if you could. I was like, man, I gotta go. So I was trying to keep it minimum, but we still ended up with, I think, a really cohesive sound as far as the professionalism and the sound that we were going for. So I think it ended up dope. But yeah, any other thoughts from anybody on that joint? And again, if y'all got to get out of here, man, just be like, man, G, I'm just good talking to you, man. Bounce. But
before I bounce out of here real quick, because I got blow in a sec, but what made you want to do this joint? Like, what made you what and you might have touched on this earlier, but I know I came in here a little bit late. But like, what about this song specifically made you want to jump in, like pass this around to other producers? Or what is it about this joint that made you like want to go, further and take this to another level?
Yeah, man, that's a really good question. I haven't talked about that at all. So, I grew up in the church, whatever. So like Kirk Franklin was like one of my favorite artists, period. Right. Like, there's 2 gospel legends that are like at the peak of it for me. And Kirk Franklin is like 1B in that group, is 1A and 1B. Fred Hammond is my guy, but Kirk Franklin is my guy too. Like, so I always, for a while, I've wanted to get a song that samples that song in particular, just because when I heard it, it had like just every element that I wanted from like a really dope, powerful, like just the song by itself, super powerful. But also, I wanted to get an opportunity, because if you followed me musically for a while, I don't really talk about me a lot in records. Like, I talk about life and I talk about society and, I talk about like really big concepts, but I haven't talked a lot about me. And so I felt like this was going to be a good opportunity for me to be more personal on a record. Just because like the idea of Bear, to me, felt like a whole idea of just like exposure, exposing of myself. And I wanted to talk about some of the things I've struggled with in my life, as far as like being broke and wanting to give up on music, or trying to figure out how to balance doing music with being a husband, father, all that kind of stuff. Right. And so it just felt like the right landscape or the right, backdrop to paint that over. But I knew I couldn't put all of that into one song, but it's like the sample I needed to say all of that over this one sample. So I was like, well, let me just try to get a couple of people to do different things. And initially I was just going to like send it to a bunch of people and see which one I like the most. Right. Like, that was my initial idea. It was like, I'm going to send it to like 5 or 6 producers and see whose flip I like the best. After I got like 2 or 3 of the flips back, I was like, I like them all, bro. I can't not rap over all of these, dog. Like, what I'm going to do? And so then I started sending it to more people. and I got more and more back. I actually there's like I think I sent it to like 12 producers. I got 8 done, but like I think I sent it to like 12 different people before we got it back. But yeah, man, that's really kind of what it was about, man. It was more so about me wanting to do that sample and then having a bunch of stuff I wanted to say about life, you know.
Hell yeah, man. I appreciate that, man. I wanted to ask from a long time ago, but you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you breaking that down. But
Yeah,
that
man.
being said, man, thank you so much once again for the opportunity, my brother. This might be the first time we work together for real.
It is. It's the first time we've had an opportunity to get a record together, man, and I appreciate it, bro. It's a hell of a way to kick it off.
Indeed, man. Thank you, bro. Anthem, peace, bro. Cons, pleasure, my brother.
All right, now.
Yo, peace out, man.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Sways.
Indeed.
My guy Sways jumping up out of here. We still got a couple more tracks, man. Y'all good or y'all got to bounce, man?
I'm good right now.
I'm good, man. I was gonna do watch P Valley anyway, so
For sure. All right. We still got some people in here in the comment section, man. Y'all definitely say what's up. Which song do I want to play next, man? Let's get into I think the second track that I got back from anybody, which was Can Bear by my man Akil Pratt, man. Akil Pratt is probably Anthem is probably the producer I've worked with the most, but Akil probably is number 2 on that list now of like, I don't know, man. I have to go back and count, man, because like Akil did a lot of joints on the last album I'd had, and he and I did a lot of records on 12 together. It might be right neck and neck of who produced the most tracks for me between y'all two, man, because I've been rocking with Anthem for years. You know what I'm saying? Me and Akil just started really getting down in the last 5 or 6 years. But me and Anthem been rocking since I don't even know, bro. I don't even know.
It was weak then. It was terrible.
Boy, you crazy. Beats been fired, man. Your weak beats probably better than most people's stuff that they think is dope. Whatever you think is weak, them joints probably still way better than most people's the stuff that they swear is the hottest. Man, come on, Kurt. But you know I'll pull a beat out of your archive in a heartbeat and be like, yo,
I know. I'd be like, this beat old, bro. It's cringy.
Nah, man, that joint still be fire, bro. All right, let's get into this Can Bear, man. Produced by my guy Akil Pratt. This is probably when we did the listening session. This is probably the most classic GI type of joint, right? Like this is just like what you've known from me to do. This is probably like in the mode of that stuff, man. So about to get into this joint, Can Bear.
Yeah, my ancestors knew how to bear, beaten with whips, back bleeding and stripped. I'm from a place where lynching was like a hobby. Now they itching to catch a homie, throwing their life away, generational genocide. We're both rooted in hatred, mostly for self while agents cruise in the matrix. I stand, not as a neo, I'm far from new to the pages. I write words of birds that's newly loose from the cages. They're singing songs in a foreign place. In the midst of tears streaming down my face, I lift my voice to the heavens and let it echo. Lord, come see about your child, cause I need an escape. Need some relief, not sure how much more I can take. There's pressure to kneel and pressure to stand. If you yield to that pressure, then you listen to a man. Yeah. Look.
All right. That's enough of that right there. My man Akil Pratt in the building, man. Again, this is kind of more classic GI sound, man. We appreciate all of the sounds, man. But yeah, this is, I think, again, this is why I work with y'all the most. Of the two producers who like, oh, I could hear GI doing this. Anthem and Akil, like they got me down to a science. It's like these the kind of records GI raps on right here. They just know, like, you know, I don't know, man. Y'all got me figured out, bro. And they always give me something where it's like, okay, I could rap on this right here. Like the minute I hit play on it, I'm like, yep, yeah, we about to start rapping. Yeah, any thoughts on that track right there, man? I like what he did as far as like flipping again two different situations, right? Like he took the same thing, but like when he got into that hook part, it's a completely different, flip of the same sample. So like even though it's 8 samples or excuse me, 8 producers flipping one, I really ended up with like 12 different things here because people flipped them like multiple times within the same joint, man. But anything y'all got to say about that joint?
That one felt great. That was one of the ones I really love how that one felt. I'll admit the balance. I was able to get a good balance on it, but I struggled with that one. Primarily the vocals because they were kind of hyper compressed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, man, it still feel great. So at the end of the day, it don't even matter at that point.
Yeah, he definitely he changed the texture on the track. Like it's like the hook and the verse part has like 2 different textures. You know what I'm saying? As far as like even like as far as just because he could have flipped that at the end or like made like a bridge and you could like went like crazy with a different flow on and everything. But nah, I like that. He flipped it like I would flip it another way. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell y'all got me down to a science, man. And my bad on y'all that's been commenting on the Facebook joint, man. Sanchez, I see you if you still here. My man Cam is out here. I see you. The lovely Mrs. Tripp is out here in the comment section. I see you out here. My girl Anise, what's up? What's up? My man Eugene Wright in the building. Cole Jackson, Dean Priest is out here. My brother Brian Jones, salute to you, man. B-Ball Jones out there. Anise said the Moses bar is some of her favorite from the project. Yeah. Oh, so that's dang. What I was like, I forgot what I even said about. I forgot which song it was. I said I had to go back. We have to go back and go through that a little bit, man. But I was ignoring the comment section over here, man. I apologize, y'all. Sanchez asked, "Are we having a listening party?" I already did a listening party. If you missed that, I said that earlier. King Tall T King Tall T out here in the comment section. We're going to get to the King Tall T joint next, just because I saw your situation over here. Erica B, what's up, man? I see you out here. Shout out to Erica B, man. She's celebrating her anniversary of her airbrush design company, man. Erica, if you want to, man, drop your link for what I know you got a party coming up. I don't know if it's a private party. If it is, I apologize. I just invited the whole world to your party, but but yeah, if you got a link to your situation, man, drop that in the comments for the people right there. My man Cole Jackson asked, with 8 producers, how long did it take to get the project finished? Cole, it took like 3 years to get this project finished. And that is not really on the producers. That's more on me because I had a lot of these joints for a long time. And we're going to get into, after we do the Tall T joint, we're going to probably go into the Drew Kane joint. The Drew Kane joint is the one that gave me the most trouble. Like, and I think I said that on the intro. Like, it took me forever to write something to that, man. And it was like one of the first ones I got. I couldn't put words together on it, man. So it took me a long time to get to a place where I had enough lyrics that I liked on it. And then when I got the Izzy joint, which was one of the last ones I got, no, actually the last joint I got was the one from my man Kabe. But he might hop on here in a little bit. I don't know. He said he was at work. He had to work at night, but he might hop on here in a little bit. But when I got the joint from Izzy, I was stuck again, right? Like I had started to write to the Drew Kane joint, but then when I got his, like it was just so in such a different pocket. I was just like, yo, I don't know what I'm like. And I was just like trying to figure out like what other things could I say that I hadn't said already. Cause I covered a lot of stuff. Like I only played the first verse of the Akil joint. I covered a lot of stuff in that one song. Like this one thing, man, I hate to do this and be saying all like I'm you know what I'm saying, y'all gotta really listen to really get what I'm saying, like type of artist, man. But like for real, like I think I say more stuff than people give me credit for, bro. Like I say a lot in a lot of songs, which is why again I put out stuff like a lyric book, man, so you could just like follow along with the lyrics and really like dig into them or whatever. Shout out to my man Eugene Wright as well, man. We were talking about doing a sit down session with this. So part of your question there, Sanchez, is are we going to have a listening session? We might be doing a sit down session with my man Eugene Wright in there. So shout out to him. Shout out to Snipe jumping in here in the comment section. He said, Anthem, what up? And Erica B did say it's by invite only, so I apologize for telling the world you was having a party. I didn't tell him where it was though, so I appreciate getting the invite now. I feel special. I feel like a celebrity now. because I got invited to the joint. So thank you. But yeah, man, it took way too long to get that joint together. Cole Jackson said Drew Kane's joint was his favorite. But did you already get your piece on Kanye about like the mastery of this situation? Like what was it like?
The Drew Kane joint?
No, this one, the Akil Pratt joint.
Yeah. I already talked
Okay,
about it.
I started reading these comments and I got off track. But
you good.
But yeah, man. So definitely appreciate everybody who's in the comment section chiming in. My cousin in here, Anthony Nelson, appreciate you jumping in and commenting, man. Y'all are doing my heart good, man, to see y'all in here support. You can support as well by going to the Bandcamp, man, bandcamp.com. The comment should be posted in the at the top of the stream. So man, you go in there, hit the link, man, go download the album. I did not put this up on streaming sites, and I get, that's the fastest way to be able to share it and people to be able to listen to it, all that kind of stuff, man. But listen, man, I don't be making no money from streams for real, bro. Like, so if y'all want to support me financially, go cop the album and download the joint, man. Appreciate that very much if you could do that for me so that I could. And another thing that I haven't told a lot of people, but we just gonna put it out here since I put Erica B business out here in the world, man. I quit my job recently, bro. Like, I'm full-time in a creative situation, man. And we as artists that are full-time, all three of us full-time content creators here on this stream, man. We need people to cop stuff. Man, don't just be going and listening to it one time and throw it in, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, if you out here and you producing, man, and you ain't got no Anthem sample pack, man, what you doing with your life, bro? Go cop my man stuff, man. Go get you some samples from my man Anthem, man. Crate League in the building, you know what I'm talking about?
If you don't, I'm still good, baby. It's all good.
Yo, man, if you're an artist in Birmingham, man, and you ain't out here getting some, Lacan audio situations popping off, what you doing with your life, man? Man, listen, man, he went in here and made this junk sound beautiful. It sounded beautiful, you hear me? That master is beautiful. This man know what he's doing out here, man. So, like, y'all need to make sure, go book some studio sessions, go book, send them. Again, I ain't even been to this man's studio. I sent him all his joint over Dropbox. And he cleaned it up and sent it back to me, right? So I have not stepped foot in this man's studio. Again, Anthem is in Atlanta, man. He producing joints, send them to me over the internet. We got some more work we finna get into, and I ain't gonna play none of y'all stuff that night. Yeah, we got some more stuff we gonna get into. Me and Anthem got cooking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we ain't been face to face with that joint, man. I'm still waiting on Snipe to send me some joints so we can get it in, But yeah, man, it's been lovely just to be able to do that virtual collaboration, man. But if you're not collaborating with these artists, and it is another thing, man. Let me just put on for Birmingham for a minute, man. Birmingham got so much talent, man. There's so many artists that can sing and rap and produce and play, man. We got everything we need right here in the city to make a beautiful situation pop off, man. Y'all got to start loving yourselves a little bit more and understand what you got right in your backyard. So that we can start to elevate our own people within this whole situation, man. That's one of the things I actually take the most pride in from this project, man. Literally every hand that touched this is from the city, bro. Like, from the production to, I recorded it at the crib, but the mixing, you know what I'm saying? Ryan, Inc. is not in Birmingham right now, but again, another situation. He's out in Colorado, bro. And I sent him the joints virtually. He mixed them down, sent them back to me. Khan right here in the city, Anthem from the city, all the other producers from the city, man. So, bro, like, this is a whole Birmingham situation right here, man. And I love the guy who did the photography from the city, bro. Like, that's what I'm about, man. I'm about elevating my people, man. Like, and there's a lot of dope people all over, man, but I want my people to flourish. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me get off my Birmingham high horse for a second, man. Let me see. I'm gonna go back here to the comments before we get into this next one. Cole Jackson says, use Bandcamp to be supported for real. Yes, indeed. Thad Weller in the building, another legend from the city. Shout out to not letting your job get in the way of your work right now. Keep pushing. Appreciate it very much, man. He also comes back in and says, go to the lab in Homewood, though. Lacan Audio is the bee's knees for real, for real. So I know y'all been getting it in over there in the Homewood studio. Man, listen, man, plug real quick, man. Con, tell the people where they can get at you real quick, man. Go ahead.
Oh, man, I'm in Homewood. It's the old Brown Mackie College building, 105 Vulcan Road, Suite 418. Just come holler at me.
How do the people need to get in touch with you, bro?
Man, everything. You just Google me, man. I got my information up.
Oh, he just hit you with the celeb talk, man. Just Google me, bro. I'm here. I'm out here. Google me. I'm out here.
It's easier that way.
I feel you. Laconn Audio, man. Y'all Google Laconn Audio. LACONN Audio.
No, it's just one N.
One N. Excuse me. It's not two N's like the Connie. My bad. LACON Audio. Laconn Audio.
Yeah.
Y'all check him out, and y'all can get in with him, man. King LJ, what's up, man? Just wanted to say, love the project. Glad you took the time releasing it, man. Thank you. LJ was probably one of the first people to hear this project in total, man, and definitely encouraged me along the process to put it out. Because this is, man, if you get the book, once again, shameless plug for the book. If you get the book, man, it's some pictures in this book. I ain't gonna say too much. Cop the book, man. This is a very exposed view of me as an artist, more than I have any other time in my career, man. So like you really, anyway, man, just I appreciate everybody who's been supporting so far. We're gonna get some more in. So the last couple of tracks I have here are gonna be some of the more like personal joints. So I kind of saved those for last. I said I was going to do the Tall T joint next. I lied. I'm gonna do the Drew Kane joint next, and I'm gonna do the Tall T joint after that. But let's get into the Drew Kane joint. Also, for this Drew Kane situation, man, there is an unreleased version of this that I may get into at some point in time in the future. If y'all know the guy Specs, he actually wrote a verse for this. Specs has a verse that was written for this song that we didn't get a chance to get into the studio and record to get it released. So I may actually release the version with the Specs verse on here. Shout out to Specs. If Specs the Great, if he's on the stream, I haven't seen him comment, man, but shout out to him for writing that joint. I didn't forget that you had that verse on there, homie. We're gonna definitely make sure that makes it. I don't know how we're gonna get that out in there to the world, man. The world needs to hear that though. But we're gonna get into this track produced by Drew Kane, Never, from the EP Bear. Let's do that.
This is the one, for whatever reason, took me the longest to really craft something for, man. But
I never been taught how to be me. They just said do it. But then when I said I'm my own man, they told me to prove it. And I'm like, how? If you never gave me the blueprint, how you know what I'm billing? If you ain't never walked in these 10 and a halves, then you don't know the feeling down in your soul. We just trying to go for the goal, trying to bring the flow to the ceiling, trying to bring the ceiling to the sky, just to prove it ain't no limit. I'm thinking about days gone by when I'm riding through the storm and I'm feeling like it ain't gonna shine. But Lord knows, I kept my faith out through early mornings, stressing late nights, blessings, I finally see from everything that they trying to be. God's chosen, I am He, eyes open, mind is free, rhymes potent, look, they wondering if I'm still a savage. Pick up the penicillin.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I ain't give y'all too much, man. Y'all gotta go listen to the rest of the joint, man. Bandcamp.com. Y'all need to go over there and cop the joint again. You could go to the website, giartist.com, bandcamp.com. The link, it should be in the comment section if y'all want to go listen for sure. But cop, man, go download, put some money in my pocket so I can feed this little kid that I got running around downstairs, man. My son is 6 years old and he has started eating everything in my house, bro. I just gave this man a kid's meal today. He ate the kid's meal and asked for more food. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing, son? What are we doing? Why are you still hungry? That's not normal. We're not doing this. He's eating 4 times a day. I'm just saying. He has eaten 4 times today already, and is probably still hungry again because he hasn't gone to sleep yet. Send your boy some money on the Bandcamp so I can feed the growing monster in the basement, man. But yeah, now shout out as well to my man Terrence Carlton, you know what I'm saying, out here in the building, man. We appreciate you, man. Another legend out here in the city, man. If y'all don't know about that brother, man, you better go ask somebody, man. So we appreciate you for being out here doing what you do, bro. Ricky B and Forgiven. I was like, why am I'm drawing a blank, man? It's Forgiven from Ricky B and Forgiven, man. But Forgive still, he's been doing his thing for a long time in the city, man. But shouts out to him for dropping in on the stream. My man Phil Wright, man. Phil was one of the dudes who I met when I was in school. I was at the Art Institute of Atlanta for a couple of years. I've met Phil at the Art Institute. Once upon a time, I fancied myself as someone who was going to get into audio production and live audio mixing and all that kind of thing. And then like I realized I'm not very good at it. So I just was like, I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of money on this. But I did meet some very dope people. Phil is one of those people, man. He's up in South Carolina, man. Shout out to you for jumping in the stream right there, man. King LJ says the way this trapped out and reversed and distorted was nuts, man. So like a lot of y'all are commenting right now on my personal Facebook page, and I can't do stuff like this where I could click it up on the screen because he's over here on YouTube. But man, appreciate King LJ for jumping in here. But yeah, man, the sample was crazy on this. Any thoughts on this track right here from my guys here in the stream?
I'm just like confused why we had a hard time writing it. That joint was hard, bro.
No, but so here's the thing. Here's the thing for me. No, so there's two things about this, right? Number one, it made me want to go double time on it, right? As you can hear, like I rapped a little bit faster, right? And it takes me longer to write double time stuff because like I'm so concentrated on the syllables of how I want to put them. Because like I'm really big on, I don't like rapping it in the studio if I can't deliver it live, right? And so like I had to put it in a way where I felt like I could reproduce this live or I could one take it as a recording, right? And so it took me a little longer to figure out, like the cadence was there. Like it's super easy to be like, okay, I want to I was like, okay, I got that. I got to put words here though. Like, and I was like, what do I want to say? And it just took me a long time to get actual words that I felt like made sense for kind of conceptually what I was doing.
Man, when I heard that one, I said, I can't wait to do this one. You know, oh man, the sub frequencies, everything, man, everything just came through so clean, man. That was a beautiful process there. I can't lie, man. I loved everything about that track.
Yeah, man. So what I think I love the most about that one, my bad. Hold on, I'm trying to pull this stream up so I can make sure I'm catching all the comments live. But what I think I love the most about that one is like I think that's the one that was like the most, like the bouncy 808 feel was so crazy on it. And I was so again, I'm hearing y'all got to imagine me getting these tracks back from people one by one and hearing them, and I was just like, yo, what are we doing? How are all of you producers not millionaires? This is too good. This is too good. Like I was literally blown away every single time I opened an email attachment with a track, and I was just like, this is crazy. And it still don't sound nothing like any of these other songs that I got. Every time I got a new one back, I was like, yo, they really found a new way to flip this joint, bro. They really found, and I don't know if it was because I told everybody, oh, well, no, I did give people warning. I was like, it's going to be other producers like using the same sample. So like they just stretched their brain a little bit more. But I was just like, yo, this is crazy. Now, Drew Kane, if you listen to, man, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say this because you told me, and I know, you know what I'm saying. But when he sent me the joint, again, when I first did it, I was thinking about like sending it to multiple people and I was going to pick my favorite one. Right. And when he sent me his, he's like, man, you know, I ain't gonna lie, man, props to everybody else, but you know, I know I'm gonna win.
Nah, it's definitely, it's definitely like probably to me, and I'm produced on it too. So I'm like, yo, that's probably the hardest one on there. Just because the bounce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's me. This is me. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy hard, man. Like I can't lie. Like it like tracks by itself probably is in contention for my favorite, just like the one I would just go to. And I think that's another part of why it took me so long to write to it. Unfortunately, I was just listening to it so much just by itself, just letting it ride. And I was like, this is so crazy, bro. Like I was just kind of fascinated with the track itself. And for whatever reason, words weren't coming, but I was loving the track. So man, but yeah, he killed that junk, man. Shatoria PV, what's up, man? I see you out here in the comments. Appreciate you jumping in here. You know, lot of dope people from around the city, man, jumping in on this stream. I appreciate y'all for checking it out, man. But yeah, it was crazy. The flip was nuts on that joint, man. So ended up being one of my favorite tracks. Not my favorite song I haven't played my favorite song yet. But it is definitely one of my favorite tracks on here. Actually, your joint Anthem was in my top 2 favorite songs that I wrote. Like as far as what I wrote, the joint, like I was like, this is the song that I like the most. That yours and one of the other ones, the song that I like the most. But yeah, his is definitely one of my favorite tracks that's on there. So again, shout out to my man Drew Kane, and shout out to my guy Specs the Great, man. We're gonna figure out how we get that remix out there into the airwaves for the people, man. Anyway, let's move on a little bit more. We are getting into the final 2 here. And we're gonna get into this Tall T joint, man. Produced by King Tall T. Appreciate you very much, my good sir, for providing this piece of art for me to be able to rap on. I'm gonna play a little bit of this track and then we'll get back and talk a little bit more.
Yo, it's amazing to see where you come from and kind of look back over all of that, you know? Let's get into it.
Look, I remember times when on that lease I owed at least $1,000. Barely sleeping cause every diesel creeping could be repo man. 2 jobs, but still I struggled to make ends meet. Plus I struggled to make my pen speak. The stress was weighing on me. Too ashamed to ask for help, cause I knew that I had brought this on myself. Let's rewind a bit. I bought my first car and felt the freedom. No more begging for the keys from my mom. Said I don't need to move to Atlanta less than a year later. Signed a lease on a spot in Decatur. Oh, I was grown now and on my own now. Learning to balance responsibilities while chasing down my dreams, it was killing me. Waking up at 5 to get to work and beat the traffic. Not home till after 7, I was taking night classes. 6 months in and on the brink of eviction and repossession. Balances in the minus and nothing to ease the stress. And started drinking, wasting all my extra funds. Prioritized my bills below just hanging, having fun. The deeper in the debt I fell, the deeper the depression. But somehow couldn't stop myself from heading that direction. Something had to change.
Yo, I was really in a...
All right. That's enough of that joint, man. Appreciate King Tall T for bringing me another of one of the joints that had 2 different flips in the same joint, man. Like they flipped the sample twice in some kind of way, man. When it started out, I was like, okay, this one kind of sound like one I'm already got, you know what I'm saying? But then he went into, so T, man, I wish you could be on the stream, man. But to talk about it, man, if you are here, as a matter of fact, man, I'm gonna send you the link on your inbox here on Facebook. If you want to hop in, it's completely up to you, man, because I definitely want to get you to be able to weigh in a little bit about this. He's another one of the producers that did not have an opportunity to come to the listening session that we had with the producers. So I just sent you the link to hop in your inbox, man, if you want to jump in here and give your feedback, man. But when I talked to him about this track, he sent it to me and he was like, yeah, man, he had 2 ideas for the beat or whatever. And he changed like the drums and everything for the 2 different ones and just made them kind of coalesce. And when I heard, I was like, yo, y'all aliens, bro. Like y'all do this production thing, man. And I want to say, man, this is when he was in the mode where he was producing stuff off his phone too, man. And if he flipped a sample like using his phone, bro, like I'm gonna just need him to like, I don't know, bro. Like you got to come in here and talk to the people about that joint, man. So if you get an opportunity to log in, man, definitely come in here and talk. But I'm gonna let y'all give a little bit of whatever about that, and then I'll talk a little bit more about the song itself. Anthem, talk to the people, man.
Oh yeah, like that joint. It got that Blueprint 2 vibe to it. Jay-Z Blueprint 2, like Bink. You know what I'm saying? I like that. You know what I'm saying? You was getting real deep on that joint too. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been there too, bro. I need to bust out some bars about being broke. You feel me?
Yeah, man, that one felt really good. I remember sitting with this one. I just kept playing it over. And I love the how open you were on the track for the most part. You know what I mean? As far as this one was concerned, another easy one. do no harm. That's always my goal when I'm listening to somebody's project, whether I'm mixing it, mastering, or whatever. My goal is to not mess up the emotion. So that was beautiful.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I told you guys, like, well, Sway's asked me like why I chose this track and like this whole situation. It was for songs like that one, like where I could just kind of like, let me talk about, I talked about my guy Phil, who was in the comments. I met him during that time when I was in Atlanta. So I talked about I was in Birmingham. I had left Auburn University, came back, moved back home, and I was working at, shout out to all of my people from Sitel. I was working at Sitel in Birmingham, call center job. And I was just like, bro, this ain't finna be how my life is going down, bro. Like, I want to do something else. So I was working my butt off, went and bought my own car. Cause at the time I was driving my mom's joint. Like, I was driving my mom's car, and I wanted to do something else, but I knew I needed a car. I needed to get a car to be able to just get and go. So I worked up. Oh, I'm gonna finish telling the story. But my man King Tall T did jump up in this thing. I'm gonna finish telling this story, then I'm gonna let you talk here. Talk to you about how you kind of put the whole joint together, man. But I went and bought the car, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just move to Atlanta, man, and try to see if I can make this music thing work. And so I registered at the Art Institute of Atlanta, moved to Atlanta, and I'm living by myself. So I went and I got an apartment in Decatur. I was working at the Georgia Aquarium during the day part-time. I had another part-time job out at Lenox Mall, working, selling watches for Dadgone Fossil. I was selling Fossil watches. I was a watch merchandiser for Fossil out at Lenox while I was in school at the Art Institute, man. And I did that for like 2.5 years, but I started hating life, bro. Like, I was just like, I was always working or in class. Like, just if I wasn't working in class, I was probably over at Phil in them apartment doing something stupid, right? We just like, my mind was just in a very dumb place during that time, man. But yeah, that's kind of just what I got into on that. But anyway, man, y'all can listen to the rest of the song, hear more about that. But Tall T in the building, what's up, baby? What's going on with you, bro?
I'm blessed. Can you hear me good?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Oh, bro, I'm blessed, bro. One day at a time. How about you and the fam, bro? How everybody doing? Bro, I see you, Anthem, bro. Everybody, y'all doing exceptionally well as far as raising the standard in this music industry, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I got a chance to check you out for like a hot second, and I literally mean hot second, when we was out there at the Juneteenth joint for the Civil Rights Institute. Was that Saturday, right? Yeah. So I got a chance to check you out when you was out there Saturday, man. But anyway, man, let's talk a little bit. I'm gonna let you give a little bit of kind of your process with. I don't even know if you remember doing this joint. Again, he's another one that's been years since he sent me this track, man. So I don't know if you had an opportunity to really like remember the whole time that you was putting that together.
It's funny because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I was still bouncing back from the fire, and I was living in the City Federal at the time when you hit me with it. You wasn't really. I think you was. We didn't communicate. I think you hit me on the inbox, if I'm not mistaken.
For sure.
Like, I got this track, you know what I'm saying? I want to see if you can flip it, you know what I'm saying? What you can do with it. And I'm using it for this experiment or whatnot, or this project, this body of art, this body of work that you were doing. I was like, cool, bro. I'll do a remake for you. And he sent me the Kirk Franklin song. It's funny. I think that was the first time I really got to sit down and listen to it. You know how you hear a song, but you don't really like listen to it, you just hear it, you know what I'm saying? So I listened to it, bro. I was like, bet, bro. I knew that he was going to be testifying, or whatever he was going to do was going to be a testifying type of situation with that sample. So I was just like, that Ooh Wee Jesus was just like, if he would be rapping about whatever he rapping about in the background, be, Ooh Wee Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So, and the Canberra was just like a perfect part for that hook, man. And I always, with GI, we always make monumental music, you know what I'm saying? Or at least it organically happened, even from the representative for the throne, you know what I'm saying? So I
was gonna get into that. If y'all heard Represent for the Throne, y'all know that Tall T made that track. That's like one of the biggest songs I ever had right there, man.
So it's good. So it's just, I knew that, you know what I'm saying, we were gonna have to either subside with it or we was gonna surpass it, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, bro, let's make something that's gonna make Kanye West, when he hear the song, he gonna be like, bro, what is this? You know what I'm saying? When Just Blaze here, they can be like, what is this? So it was just an opportunity to show some hip-hop expertise that we have deep on the inside, bro. That's all I was trying to do for it. I already know what you were gonna do. You were gonna express on that, but so I was just like, let me just get him a nice, you know what I'm saying, not no plastic, not no styrofoam, but a nice portion plate that he gonna cook on. You feel what I'm saying? Put that food on. So
yeah,
what it was, bro.
Yeah, man, it definitely gave me the opportunity to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, yours was, I have 3 favorites as far as like what I said on the songs.
Yeah.
It was yours, the anthem joint, and this last one I'm about to play. Like, those were because I think those were the most personal ones. Like, when I go back and listen to them, I really like hear what I was trying to do. And I was like, yeah, I accomplished that for this situation with those 3. So if it was just them 3, I think I would have knocked it out of the park as far as like what I went in and intended to do, which was be open about, you know, situations within my life, man. So I appreciate y'all for providing that landscape for me to be, or that backdrop for me to be able to paint that. You know what I'm saying?
No, bro, I hope it was therapy. I hope it was therapy for y'all. It was therapy for me to offer the challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like I crave responsibility. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't know me now by now as a relationship, but I love responsibility. So when you brought me the challenge of a picked song and you didn't say I want this chop, I want this chop, I just want this song sample, I was just like, bet, bro. Then I get to work with, you know what I'm saying, my home team, bro. So it was just an honor to be honored, bro, and to work with y'all. You feel what I'm saying?
For sure. Before you get out of here, or you can stay on, man. We got one more track we're gonna play. It's up to you, you know, whether you got other stuff. My man Jamil Glenn jumped in here. He said it. I was gonna let you get a chance to promote your situation, man. Talk to the people about what you got going on with the hemp, bro.
Yeah, well, my name Hemp the Artist, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? God just gave me something to sell. You know what I'm saying? King Talk Team, I've done over 200 songs, 115 are out right now, but they were to be freely given like the gospel is. You feel what I'm saying? As us as gospel artists, or whoever you are in your spiritual walk, I don't like to sell that spirit of me. I don't like to sell the soul of me. You feel what I'm saying? But one day God gave me something to sell, and it was hemp products, and not only that, but Hemp the Artist. You know what I'm saying? And this music that makes people dance, that uplifts the spirit, but I can sell it, and I feel awesome when I sell it. And not only that, but I got the Hemonade, HIM, the Hemonade. So it just helps with a lot of branding, bro, just to bring some products and bring working capital so we can do this right here more freely and have more creative control over it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, Hemp the Artist, man. Hemp Urban Art is the name of the album. But bro, y'all make sure y'all go tap that boy, and make sure you make a mistake and put an extra 0 on that 100 when you put the donation in. So make it $1,000 when you go to his Bandcamp. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so small with the donation. Make it 1,000. Don't make it 100. Make it 1,000. So yeah.
Yes, I mean, for those that don't know, when you go in Bandcamp, you know, there's a minimum price, but you could put your own thing in there. If you want to put more money on that thing, definitely go and do it, man. We appreciate all of that over here at the Jones household. For those that don't know, my real last name is Jones. Jones household, we appreciate extra money. Because again, my son has eaten 4 times today. That is not an exaggeration. All right. Anything else y'all want to say about this one before we get into the last song?
Nah, it was dope. I like he said, just plays Kanye vibe. That's like when I heard it, I was like, yeah, this sounds like Blueprint, like vibe. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. We getting a little reflection off of your mic. I'm gonna mute you when you're not talking T, just so we can make sure we don't get that reverb back on that.
I got you. Let me mute it.
I got you. All right, let's get into this last joint, man, and we gonna get out of here, man. Let y'all get back to y'all lives, man. We've been in here talking about the Bear EP over an hour, man. Y'all really been rocking with your boy, man. I appreciate that very much. If you're watching this later, man, and you didn't get an opportunity to watch this live, you can definitely go and support. The link is in the comment section. It's the Bandcamp, or you can go to my website, githeartist.com. We got this last joint coming up here, man. One of my favorite joints from the project. Through it all, let's get into this, and then we gonna wrap it up.
We'll get straight into this. Look. My lady needs time. Baby needs time. Bills due. Why am I wasting times making these rhymes? I probably could have been an engineer and finished school instead of chasing dreams, but still I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. The dream's still on hold. I'm still on hold. God, if you're listening, please pick up this phone. What's all this passion for? Seems you gave me this gift, but I ain't asked to flow. Still a burden that's in me. I see my failures, I ain't learned to forgive me. So many missteps on this date with destiny. I need a chaperone. I ain't exactly grown. I mean, I'm old enough to be somebody's granddad, but still don't know what path I'm on. That was cool when I was young, convinced that I was grinding. My breaks on the horizon, it's just a matter of time. And who was I fooling though? In my own fantasy world, life was the Truman Show. But is anyone watching? I peer at careers of my peers and feel inferior. My fear is I never reveal this real material. See, I sat in rooms with greats, but was I felt? Or did I get caught in the race of being popping? But still the option is to keep going. Despite all of that. Like something inside of me just it helps me to understand that though it doesn't always look great, the better is coming. I gotta believe the better is coming. Look.
Yo.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yo. Again, another one of them situations they took two different parts. And man, again, like I said, it's 8 tracks by 8 different producers. I got about 15 samples in this mug, bro. Like y'all was really out here on the chop work. And it made it just, man, like I think that was the last song that I wrote for the project because that's the beat I got the closest to it being done. And man, I didn't get like it's another part that I didn't even let play at the end where he went and flipped it again. He flipped the joint 3 times on here. That last flip, I was just like, yo, dog. My mind was blown when he sent me the track. I was just like, there's no way. There's no way I have 7 other tracks in my inbox right now that I've written songs to, and you gave me an 8th one that is completely different than all the rest of them, and it's this dope. There's no way. Joint's crazy. Anyway, man, what y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, I told you this is one of my favorite ones too. This one and the one that Red. Nah, I'm not gonna call him Red.
Oh yeah, that's the Akil.
Yeah. The one that Akil produced. Those 2 right there, man. I love the crescendo that you didn't play.
Yeah.
Thank you for not playing. Let them go listen to it. But man, I can't say anything that I hadn't already said as far as the mastering is concerned right now. I'm just talking about how the music felt right now, man. It was awesome. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, that's a great project overall.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the contributions y'all made to make that happen. You got anything else you want to say about that joint, Anthem?
It slapped, man. Like it's crazy that it's so many. It's the same sample, but just so many different flavors.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and ideas, and people production styles. But the thing is, it's still cohesive, which is the crazy part of it. It fills a pocket in every, everything. When it comes to the bounce, you got some bounce on it. You got some hard drums. You got everything on there. But it's the same sample, which is just it's nuts.
Yeah, man, listen, bro. I was thoroughly in a situation of being amazed at like the creativity that y'all brought to it, and it made, like I said, I didn't have to do nothing but rap, bro. Like I didn't give nobody no direction. Like, yo, I want to beat to sound like this. I just like T was saying, I just sent the sample and was like, do whatever you feel. And y'all gave me 8 different feels, bro. And I was just like, okay, I have enough to be able to talk about a bunch of stuff and do it in a lot of different ways and display different rhyming styles and all that kind of thing to be able to put on this one project. But like you said, Anthem, it still has that cohesiveness because it's the same source that kind of tied it all together, man. But y'all did y'all thing, and I definitely appreciate it for all the work that y'all did to make me feel like a genius, because I thought I was just like doing something crazy. I was like, this is not going to work. But it ended up working, man. So hopefully if you're out there watching, man, you go and support it. Once again, it's on Bandcamp, man. Y'all could go to the website and get the book, the lyric book with all the photography. I'm not gonna flip through these pages on this book. Well, I'll get y'all like one picture so you can see what it's like on the joint, so like boom, like his pictures like this in there, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? Like that's what kind of time we on, man. But yeah, man. So for real, man. Like, so here's the thing, bro. I hesitated so much with putting these pictures out because I knew I was not in, like, this is probably the worst physically I've ever looked in my life. Dad life, man. You know what I'm saying? You start getting that dad body. And so I started, and so like I had the idea before I took the pictures, and then once I took the pictures, I was like, yo, I can't put these out. I look sloppy in these pictures, bro. But like, I had to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what like the whole project was about, like just being in the reality of where I am at the time, or what I was thinking, what I was feeling at the time. And like that's just the space I'm in right now is in life, man. So I wanted to put it out and just be like, I know this is not the ideal body. I get it. I get it. That's not, I'm not out here trying to get a modeling career out of this. I wanted it to be real. And so it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I probably, if you get these pictures, you probably have a lot to clown on your boy. Be like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, can we talk for a minute? I just want to know what you've been eating. But it is what it is, man. Like I said, I wanted the reality of where I was at the time to be existed. Oh man, let me say this too, man. Shout out to Norris Webb for the artwork, man. He did the actual album cover artwork that you see right here, which is the artwork for the project as well. But like I said, I designed the book, but he did the artwork that I designed that landscape around. So shout out to him, man, for making. Norris has been doing dope stuff for me for years as well, man. He's again Birmingham, man. Norris right here in the town, bro. Like, this is what we doing. We're putting on for our city, man, and making the people who are here have an opportunity to display their stuff, man. Snipe said you would pick the new pick too, brother. When I tell you that is not the worst one in the book. That is not the worst one in the book. There are pictures. So let me just dispel this. I don't have a shirt on in any of the pictures in this book. None of them. But yeah, I didn't pick the nude one. I picked one of the nude ones. If y'all saw the promo that we did with Khan, I ain't have a shirt on in that either. And I was looking stupid sloppy in that jump, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. So yeah, I don't know too many dudes that's probably gonna cop the book, you know what I'm saying? But you know, it's out there, you know. It is what it is. Shout out to my wife for not thinking I was crazy. She did veto some of the picks, but but she did let me put it out, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like I said, I just had to be, it had to be real, man. It is. I can't go get another body. I could probably could have tried to work out, but then the book wouldn't have came out for another 6 months or something while I was trying to get my body in order or whatever, man. But anyway, y'all got anything else y'all want to say, man? I'm gonna talk to the people a little bit more, but I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
Nah, man, I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of this process.
For sure, man. I appreciate everything you did. 9th Hour coming through, putting the polish on the situation to make it sound more professional. Anthem, you got anything else you want to say before I let you cut up out here too, bro?
Man, as always, man, you the track horror king. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was gonna come out eventually.
Yeah.
But you know, as always, I'm appreciative to work on your projects and the stuff that you know. I think I'm the first person you actually hit up all the time, like, yeah, I got this idea for this.
Yeah.
On this.
Yeah, you are.
So
you are.
But you know, yeah, just glad to be a part of it as always, man. I love working with the homies, man, from the home team. You know,
what's up, man? What's up, man? I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. I'm gonna run my mouth a little bit more for the people who are still on here. We talk a little bit. Y'all, if y'all have any questions, man, throw them in the comment section. Now that I'm actually paying attention to the comments, y'all can share the live or whatever. I'll sit in here for a little bit more. If anybody want me to run something back, I'll run a track back. If you just really want to hear something that you didn't get a chance to hear, something like that. But you can always just go to the website and cop the joint and listen to it yourself. Be on Bandcamp, all of that stuff, man. But I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna let the homies go. And then we're going to get in here and we're going to chop it up a little bit more with everybody who's left. Your man, GI, right here, man. GITheArtist.com. I'm at GI the Artist on social media. Y'all could definitely tap in there, man. But again, this project is 8 different tracks produced by 8 different producers, all from the same sample source. That's Kirk Franklin's More Than I Can Bear. All the songs sound completely different, but I appreciate everybody who's taken a chance to listen to it, giving me some great feedback so far. And I welcome any additional feedback, man. These are all real stories. So if you hear me talking about something, you're like, did that really happen? Yeah, it did. I mean, it wasn't nothing too crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's real. Every last thing that I talked about on here, man. So I appreciate all the wonderful feedback that I've gotten from people so far about the project, especially my man, King LJ. Shout out to him one more time, man. He's been great about just encouraging me along the process to just, man, he's like, man, put it out, bro. I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll put it out there. It didn't feel complete at any point in time, but it was complete enough for me to release it. My little bro actually just hit me up today from hearing it for a second time. He's like, man, it sounds like songs are shorter when he went back and listened to it, like I wanted to add more verses and more stuff to it, but at some point in time, I was just like, yo, I just got to finish this and put it out, and let it be what it is. But again, head over to the link is in the comment section on Bandcamp to be able to purchase that, man. Please purchase, man. I know y'all, this is a streaming society, but you know, y'all about to pay $40 for a Beyonce compact disc, man. Y'all could go, you know, spend $10 on a download from your boy. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. And I, you know, I appreciate it, all the support that people are willing to give. If you want to give more than $10, you could do that. If you want to go cop the book, I think the book is like shoot, $30-$40 on the joint, man. But like, this is a hardcover book, man. I printed a limited quantity of them. These are high quality photos, man. So it's a little bit of a price tag on it. But if you cop the album, and you want to get the book, let me know and I will get you a discount code off of the book. But you got to cop the album first in order to get the discount code. Limited quantity on the books, lyrics and photography from Bear. Those are available on the website as well. So let me know if you want to do that, and I will definitely get those in the mail, or I can meet whoever wants to do that. If y'all have any questions, man, holler at me in the comment section. If not, I'm gonna start to get up out of here. But again, thank you very much. If you saw the promo video, my man Khan was just on here. He shot that. My girl Christine Lee lended her herself to the video. So if you notice the legs in that promo video, if you haven't seen the promo video, you hear me talking about legs, then you'll know when you see it. Christine Lee is the model who was there in that video. Also, big shout out to again my man Ryan, aka Ink, for doing all of the mix work on the project, and all the producers, man. Some of the guys couldn't come through tonight, but shout out to all the producers who lent their creativity to this project, and shout out to Kurt Franklin, man. You know what I'm saying, for making a very dope song for me to be able to come in and produce this work, inspiring all of this stuff, man. But my man Tess Davenport for doing the photography. You know what I'm saying, he had to actually take pictures and edit pictures of me. So you know, shout out to him for having to deal with that. And shout out to y'all, man, for rocking with your boy here for like an hour and a half, man. I mean, just running my mouth about 8 songs. A lot more work that I got coming up here soon. I don't see any questions in the comment section. But I definitely appreciate everybody who has tuned into the live, man. It's your boy GI, man. About to get out of here. But the Bear Project available. You can go to gi-theartist.com. The Bandcamp, the link is in the comment section. Support your boy, man. Support all the artists here. Birmingham, I love y'all so much. And we're gonna get back at you in a couple of months, maybe with some more music. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Till the next time.